that carries with the drone, and any other part.
Then you used the word there is benefits and facilitation. Please expound why you said that.
Yeah, to facilitate basically, like I said, is to help a commissioner, for example, or even myself, to move from your house to the office, and also whether when the assignments outside the office, you also facilitate it. Over and above vehicle, you can even facilitate them with transport, air transport, to move from one point to the other, and then they'll be picked with a vehicle, and also security to facilitate so that they can be able to do their work.
Okay, and that is what you're saying on suspension, it's taken away?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Then the next question came in related to ISA and company advocates, the one who filed the response when we had shown you. Did you as the accounting officer instruct that law firm?
No, I did not instruct that law firm.
Did the IEBC as a commission instruct that law firm to defend it in the petition before the Supreme Court?
No.
Was the other lawyer, Ouma, was that also instructed by you as accounting officer?
No.
Now, then there's a question you are cut in between, and you made a statement and you left it hanging. You said we worked with them so hard. Who are them and what did you mean?
I was referring to the clip, and I was referring to the four who are basically now saying that the results were actually opaque. And that's what I was referring to. So I was referring to the four commissioners, that we worked with all of them so closely.
Is Irene Masit one of them?
Yes.
Sorry?
Commissioner
Irene?
Yes.
Now, then you then said it is so bad that they can go and say the opposite. Clarify what you meant when you say that.
Yes, basically stating that what was declared by the chairman of the commission as the returning officer was actually not true. That is where I thought it is not proper, because we were working together all this time up to the last point on the date of declaration. We were working, so, and every clarification required basically from the ground. For example, if there was any issue which was being asked, we'd sit together.
That working together, was Commissioner Irene also working with you together very well up to that point?
By the way, Commissioner Irene is one of those who actually stayed with us. When some were actually moving, she was basically just there.
Thank you.
And that's when I can attest.
Okay, you made another statement that the people announcing results were commissioners. Which dates were this announcement being made when you say this statement, and was Commissioner Irene Masit one of them?
Immediately after the election, the election day, that was actually on 9th. Then after that, the results started trickling in, and after verifying for each and every constituency, the commissioners was basically go there and they would announce the results after they have been validated. And Commissioner Irene was amongst those who basically also announced.
Fine. My last question. You made a statement of the press conference in Serena. What were you saying? You mentioned press conference in Serena. What were you saying?
Well, I was surprised that the statement would be made, even when we were preparing to issue statement. Because when I presented the results to the commissioners, all of them were there. And then, of course, the results were being discussed there. After that, the chairman decided to go and was asking all the commissioners who is willing to go.
No, I'm talking about the Serena. You mentioned the press statement in Serena. I didn't get what you were trying to say.
Who was trying to say?
You, when you were being asked by Mr. Kip Correll, you mentioned about a press statement in Serena.
Yeah, I said I was actually surprised, because even one of the issue was the fact that the results are more than 100%. That also surprised me, because we were using Excel. You know, Excel also basically will round up the number, but it will take care of all the decimal points in calculation. So when you say it is more by this, and that it is the difference.
Thank you. We've learned at least there's a word called opaque. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair and members. Unless you have
my turn has come. Donald, I'm in town now.
Chairman, I was telling you your turn will come, but you were impatient.
No, this inquiry, in fact, this tribunal is inquisitorial. And